Have you seen me dice bag? The Grognard Files.
Hello, my name is Dirt the Dice, host of the Grognard Files podcast, where we talk bobbins about tabletop RPGs from back in the day and today. I did an unboxing video when I received RuneQuest Classic following a Kickstarter campaign to re-release the second edition rules in a cleaned up format. Now, 2 years later, RuneQuest is back again with a new version which brings the game home to Glorantha. If you've seen the previous video, then you'll recognise this, my original rulebook that I first got in the early 80s. All the pages are falling out. In the original edition, there are only a couple of pages featuring the ancient fantasy world setting of Glorantha, a world map and a timeline of significant events. And deeper in the book there was a description of what the different runes represent. They didn't have any mechanical value, they're just there to illustrate the magic and to refer to the pantheon of deities. The races and monsters really brought Glorantha to life when I was 12, first playing this game, but ultimately the map of Dragon Pass and Prax fueled our imaginations. All of our adventures were set in and around Apple Lane. In 1987, Games Workshop produced a local version of the 3rd edition rules by Avalon Hill. This version famously separated the rules mechanics from the setting of Glorantha. Introduced fatigue rules, and as well as brews, it introduced orcs to the bestiary, or Orcanthropus Piltdowni. We produced our own world. Racklash is where I set the RuneQuest postal game as well as our campaign. And if you turn it round, it doesn't at all look like Dragon Pass and Prax. I've been excited about the new edition for years. I've got my hands on the preview edition and the PDF has been around for a couple of months, but the hard copy has finally arrived. Brace yourselves, 40 years on, look at Dragon Pass now. This book is exquisitely illustrated and perfect for discovering Glorantha. The setting is inextricably woven into character creation. Runes are part of the building blocks for adventurers, driving personality, relationships with gods and with others. The influence of runes and passions and backgrounds are the most notable mechanical innovation in the new edition. The gazetteer here is all you'll need to get adventuring in Glorantha. It's built on the chassis of the RQ2 edition, so there's plenty that's familiar if you're used to that version. Percentile dice resolution is at the heart of it. Combat is still quick, cinematic and deadly, and some of the wrinkles have been ironed out. But it's the magic that really makes this version bristle with energy. Rune magic that involves runes. The artwork is astonishing. There's dramatic manifestations of the gods, but it's the depictions of everyday life in Glorantha that I like the best. And the maps. I did mention the maps, didn't I? Just in case there's any doubt, I love it. Now I've been schlepping around the quick start version from town to town, and I think it's time that I settle down on a campaign. I'm heading to Sun County, featured in a supplement that came out in the 90s when I stopped playing. I'm looking forward to creating adventures with Spartans in the Wild West. But first, I need to get to work on this baby. Listen to the Grognard Files podcast at thegrognardfiles.com to hear more about my experiences of playing RuneQuest. There's discussion, interviews and actual play. RuneQuest features in episodes 1, 10 and 22. Adios amigos.
Have you seen me dice bag? The Grognard Files.